Quentin Tarantino, I mentioned this yesterday. We thought we would talk about it because it probably is a very common elite liberal mindset. Basically, it was like, no, she shouldn't do an interview at all. Sometimes it's just about winning. Let's take a listen.
But this is about fucking winning. What most people don't give the Democrats enough credit for, all right, but we give the Republicans credit for. It's like, no, sometimes it's just about fucking winning. And it doesn't matter how we look at this moment. It's about fucking winning.
Right.
This is about fucking winning.
Yep. No, it is.
It's a mad fucking dash, and she is running, and she's not stopping to stumble.
And you know what?
And there's nothing wrong with stopping this. I'm going to vote for her fucking anyway, no matter what she says in a stupid fucking interview.
Exactly.
So don't fuck shit up.
Pro-Palestinian protesters that have rocked American cities, college campuses, and political events since the war broke out in Gaza have been relatively quiet the past few weeks since Joe Biden stepped down and Kamala Harris ascended to the top of the ticket. That changed Wednesday at Harris's rally in Detroit. Protesters attempting to interrupt her speech.
Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now.
Harris handily shutting them down.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Michigan is an important swing state with a large Arab American population, many of which have expressed deep concerns over the Biden-Harris administration's support of Israel. A concern for Harris is if this group will stay home on Election Day. During the primaries, 100,000 Michigan Democrats cast uncommitted ballots. Late Wednesday, the Harris campaign reaffirmed her commitment to a ceasefire, while adding, as she has said, it is time for this war to end in a way where Israel is secure, hostages are released, the suffering of Palestinian civilians ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, freedom, and self-determination.
Who do you think tried to take you out?
So I'm going to give you some big breaking news, right?
Barrett is 18, he's handsome, he's tall, he's rich.
He's got the whole ball.
He's unleashed in New York City. Are you sure you want to reverse Roe v. Wade now?
I'm sleeping. He has one ability I don't have. Yeah. He sleeps. He can sleep. This guy goes on a beach, and somebody convinced him he looks good in a bathing suit. Typically, you don't
Depends what he's packing. He could.
I don't know what the hell he's packing, and I don't want to know either. I'm going to make this country great again. It's not a great country right now.
It's always a great country.
See,
it's always a great country.
Okay, but I'm good with names, you know.
You are. Tampon Tim was good. Is
the
that?
problem with Tampon Tim? It's hard to say. There are some like Comrade Kamala. It's a little hard to say. She's not bad, but when you put the names together, it's a little. You got to be able to pume.
That was the best dodge of a question. You know what I mean? You almost charmed us out of it.
Trying to get out of it. You know, I do a thing called a weave. And there are those that say, this guy is a genius. And then others would say, oh, he rambled. I don't ramble. He was rambling. I don't ramble. There's no rambling.
This is a weave.
This is a weave. What you do is you weave things and you do it. How are we doing so far?
You're doing amazing. So they're making us wrap up. We want you for long.
Give them a little more time. What the hell? These are great questions. What the hell? But they lie. And they know it's a lie. She lied about many things. And she's a liar. I have a hard time doing it to them. You know, I'm basically a truthful person. But, and frankly, no, but frankly,
we want to ask you about this clip of Kamala Harris from yesterday. She's making a speech in Detroit and made that exact same speech in Pennsylvania a few hours later. Getting a lot of attention because some people are accusing her of using an accent we've never heard her use before. Listen to this.
You may not be a union member, but you better thank unions for that 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. 64 days until the most election of our lives. Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about that? And you all helped us win in 2020. And in 2024, we will win again. And you all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024. Well, the courts will handle that, and we will handle November. How about that? Here's the thing. The courts are going to handle that. We're going to beat them in November. We're going to beat them in November.
She was in Georgia a week ago, and suddenly she had a Georgia accent. She goes from one to the other. This points to the fakery and how dumb Kamala Harris and the Democrats hope that the American people are. The fact is, this is insulting to the American people. It's Hillary Clinton with hot sauce all over again.
Well, one of the issues is the difference in tone. The other is that she's making the same speech over and over again, not quite yet comfortable going off script.
Since when does the vice president have what sounds like a Southern accent?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, this is...
she was talking about unions in Detroit using one tone of voice.
Is this something that
same line?
Okay, Peter.
That she used the same line in Pittsburgh, and it sounded like she at least had some kind of a Southern drawl.
I mean, do you hear the question that you're... I mean, do you think Americans seriously think that this is an important question? They care... You know what they care about? They care about the economy. They care about lowering costs. They care about health care. That's what Americans care about.
So
that's what they want to hear.
This is something...
They care about, your colleague just asked me about what basically we talked about, went back and forth about democracy and freedom. That's what they care about. I'm not even going to entertain some question about the president. It's just hearing it sounds so ridiculous.
Well, but hearing it is...
The question I'm talking about, the questions is just insane.
Is that how she talks in meetings?
I'm just, Peter, we're moving on. We're so moving on. Go ahead, Anita. Thanks.